How's it going, guys? Another week has come by, so it's another week of my top skins, and this week was incredibly difficult. Oh man, you skin creators out there did not make it easy for me. It's been a tough week, but I think I've narrowed it down to about 20 something, I think almost 30 skins, like 27, 28 skins like that, out of quite a few creators actually. Let's take a look here. We've got 27 items by 21 different creators. All right, so there we go. Starting out is going to be this track or jump suit, whatever you may call it, depending on where you are from. It is the training hoodie set by Mishka, and is a hoodie and pants that is all pretty much in black coloring, and it looks like a tracksuit. A lot of people like the kind of tracksuits. I think it's quite spiffy, and it's probably the closest thing to an all-black hoodie set, and that's one of the things everyone really wants, an all-black hoodie and pants, and an all-white set as well, or a white and black set to kind of like, you know, it's just one of those popular colors that just hasn't really come out, and it's nice to see this, and I think Mishka did a good job on it. I mean, it looks exactly what you would expect from a workout uniform, basically. So, we do have a little something else for you, and, oops. I'm having some problems, hello. Uh-oh. There we go. And there we go. All right. So speaking of people wanting an all-white, well, how about an all-white and black hoodie and pants set? This set is absolutely amazing. It is the No Mercy set brought to us by Bad Trip. I think it's absolutely awesome. I love the wings and the plating. There's a little skull on the hoodie. And the skull, however, is, I guess if you put the hoodie on, the skull would be upside down. But since we never get to put hoodies on, I guess it kind of fits. I don't know, we'll just have to see. But I love the look of it. It's really nice. I like the straps and bands, and I think Bad Trip did an amazing job on it. I'd love to see both of these hoodie and pants sets have a chance to make it into game, because I think they would sell tremendously well. So that is definitely something really cool there. So then we've got a road sign set for you fellas and gals and everyone else. And let's go ahead and... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Is it that? Yep, there's a coffee can helmet, so that must be the road sign kill. There we go. All right, guys. So with the excavator coming up, Stabby went ahead and made the heavy machinery set. It even has the Morexo kind of like written on there, and it looks really, really cool. It's designed after a look of the excavators, dump trucks, and everything, and it's just a really, really awesome looking set. I love the look of it. It's very cobbled together and rusty, and I feel like time is passing really fast. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that one there. All right, next up, we've got a remake of the Scrapper high quality set. Johnny has redone it and just put a lot of extra effort into it, and it looks tremendously awesome. I think he did a really great job at it, and I would love to see this high qual set make it, and the Scrapper set always does quite well, so it'd be very cool to see this one make it into game this week. That pretty much does it for our armors, so let's go ahead and take a look at the deployables. So we've got two boxes for you, and the first one comes in two different colors, and I think it's a very, very nice set. I love the look of it, and I'm hoping that one of the two here can make it in. I think I'm partial to the brown one just because I really like natural wood, but the red looks tremendously well. I really love the look of it. I think both are just quite amazing, and I think that FaZe did a really good job on them. I mean, there's lots of nice little details. Oh, stuck between the boxes. I think they look quite nice from the sides and from the top, and they're definitely a really cool thing. Next, we've got this really sick looking Dragon Keeper box by Ignoramus. I just love the way this thing looks. The dragon scales look so well done, and it's just a really cool looking box. I love the details to it. The dragon symbol up here is quite neat as well, and yeah, it's just altogether a really neat box. I love it, I love it, I love it. Moving on, we've got more dragons, and this rug skin by Lacrempe is absolutely amazing. It's the Blood and Fire banner, so it's pretty much meant to be hung on a wall, but of course you can use it as a rug, and I love that there's like tears through it. that you can actually like see through. Like you can see the stone through like the holes there, and like in the dragon's like shoulder here. And it's just really cool. I think he did a great job with it, and it is just a really awesome looking rug. I'd definitely love to hang it in my base as a banner for sure. Alright, so let's take a look at everything else. So starting out, we've got this cool hammer from M. Damon, and you can't actually see... I'm going to see if we can, like, alt and see it. Hold on. Maybe if we... no, it's not going to let us. But on the front of it, it actually says, your face here. So it's just kind of cool. I really like the look of that. Let's see if we can go ahead into third person here and take a look-see at it. Yeah, it's doing this weird glitch. Not only am I also holding a bolty, but for some reason the skin isn't showing up on the hammer. So I guess we're going to go ahead and pop back into our first person. You'll have to check it out in the link below, but it's definitely a cool little hammer. Next up, we've got, well, Mother's Day just passed here in the US, so as a present, Diva Dan made a rock to Mom. So, you know, it's a little messed up. You go around Rust beating people with your gift to your mother. I don't know about that one. But it was one of those things I just had to include. It was a little holiday that came up here in the US, and I know it's passed in pretty much, I think, the rest of the countries that celebrate it on different days. But yeah, it's just kind of a cool little thing, and with it being relevant, I wanted to go ahead and show it off there. Moving on, we've got a couple of knives I'd like to check out, starting with this one right here. And this one, I love the whole idea of it. It's the Razor Blade knife by Red Rex, and as you can tell, I mean, obviously it's got these like little tied on razor blades, and it's just really unique. It's a great idea. I love the look of it, and it is just something that's truly unique. On from that one, we move on to something completely different, and this is the Emerald Knife by Vitalic. And this thing is just crazy decorative, but I mean, that's kind of how knives are in CSGO. So I see like Rust and CS kind of share a lot of people, especially with the skin aspect, and I feel like this is something people would really love. It'd probably have a crazy price tag on it, but hey, I mean, look how fancy it is. It's a really fancy knife. Next, we've got a crazy little bow, and it is the Toy Bow, or the Lil Ranger, made by Little Ranger. Who would have guessed? So we'll go ahead and alt and kind of give you the full look of it right there. And it's just what you would expect. It looks like a little Nerf bow, and it just fits in with a lot of the other toy skins out there. So it's definitely a neat little idea. And I had to go ahead and show it to you guys because I love the toy skins. I know some people hate them, some people love them. You're on one side or the other pretty much. Next, we've got another really awesome looking bow. And as you can see, there's lots of gold engravings. You've got a scarab up in there, and it's just a really fancy, nice looking bow. Oh, I actually forgot to zoom in. So let's go ahead and, that's why I can't zoom in. You need to actually have some ammunition in your hands. Thought I was prepared for that, but I wasn't. So there we go. Here's the zoom in with this guy right here. And let's go ahead and aim down the sights with this one here. So you can kind of see the details on that one. So, as I was saying, this is the Golden Scarab Bow brought to us by Jessen, and I think it's just a really beautiful bow, so I had to make sure to share it. It has a lot of great coloring to it, and it's just a nice little fancy looking bow. Next, we're going to go ahead and swap out. Like I said, we have lots of skins. It was such a hard week. And we're going to start with this other beautifully done ornate bow brought to us by Hatson. Is the Holy Trapper bow from the Holy Trapper set. You can see it's got lots of beautiful details to it. It's quite regal looking, and is definitely one that would be a great seller. Also, that white bowstring just kind of really pops, and I think it's quite nice. When you go ahead and aim down the sight there, you can see you get a nice little look at how quite fancy it is. Lastly, for bows, we've got the Cold Hunter bow brought to us by Madros, of course, the creator of the Cold Hunter set. And just as you would expect, it's a nice icy bow. It does not glow in the dark. It just looks like it has that kind of effect. It's got a very nice little, icy feel to it. And of course, it's pretty much a no-brainer with the whole Cold Hunter set in the first place. Next, we've got a couple of AKs to check out. This one is also a remaster. It is the remaster of the Cult AK by Retrofit. This is a fan popular that got passed on previously, so he did some tweaks to it, and hopefully this is something we can actually see make into the game. I love the look of it, and blue isn't something we very commonly see. Aiming down the sight, you've got a little bit more of the same design on it, and the different colored blues onto the sight, which could probably help you focus just a little bit more. Next, I almost forgot, this crossbow is brought to us by Moonfighter. It is the Metal Lord crossbow, and it's a little bit different than what we'd normally expect. It's got a very kind of like shimmery metal color to it, almost chrome, but not quite, and I really like it. I think it has a nice dark color to it, yet it is quite fancy as well, and it's definitely a nice bow worth showing. Moving on, the other AK I mentioned is part of the Devourer set by Milofredo, and it is absolutely great looking. The new stuff coming out for the Devourer set have been doing quite well, and I love the remake to this. It looks quite nice. It has beautiful flames. It's got all the bright colors and everything you expect from the Devourer set. Aiming down the sight, he has colored the sight a nice yellow color, but left some of the tips. Kind of helps you really focus on the center there, and you've got that famous Devourer flame that he's got going on with it. So it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful AK. Next up, we've got a bolty for you guys. This one is brought to us by Lisa, and it's a very kind of like dark and beaten up, but it still has a majesty to it. It is the Antique Bolt Rifle, and as you can tell, it has definitely seen some battles. Aiming down the side is quite beat up, but it still has some gold and shine, and you know, a little bit of spit polish might just help this thing look a little bit brighter, but hey, it is the world of Rust, and things should look a little bit beat up, don't you think? Lastly, we've got two M249s that I'd love to show you guys, starting with this crazy beast right here. The M249 just screams like raining fire bullets, and I just love this design. I think Ioka Warrior has done an amazing job on it, and it's one of those things where it's also kind of got like that, not tempered, but kind of like, you know, that chromatic look to it. As you move it around, you can see the greens and the blues and the purples kind of change around along the flames, and I think it's just an absolutely gorgeous looking M2. Aiming down the sight, you'll see there is a red painted sight. It is not a glow sight, but it definitely helps you focus with the color, and I think it's just quite nice. I really do love the effect of this, and I think it's an awesome M249. Lastly, we've got one more M2 for you, like I said, and this one is brought to us by Tony. It is the Destructor M249, which is part of his Survivor set, which kind of has that kind of graffiti look. It's got the silly, and it's, you know, the white paint on the black painted background, and it just fits so nicely into that set. I think he's done an amazing job with it. Everyone really loves the bolty and a few of the other things from the set, so I think this one could be a huge, huge seller. I love the little silly face on the top with its tongue sticking out. It says Head Shop #1. If you look over here on the barrel, you've got Get Back, and there's a little crown. Aiming down the sight, you've got, hey, aim this way, there's the little actual eyeball, and then you've got another red painted but not glowing sight. It's just a really nice set, and I love it. Like I said, again, guys, there's just so many great things this week, and it was so hard to choose from. Everyone, please keep up your amazing work. And guys, go down into the description. There's a link linking to all of these. Go vote on your favorites. Leave me a comment on which ones you like and why, and give any kind of feedback you want me to pass along to the devs or the skin creators. I'll do my best with that. Thanks for watching. We will see you guys on Thursday with what skins do actually make it in. I hope you all have a great week now that Monday is over, and we will see you later. Thanks for watching.